how do you enter a trade? How do you decide your entry level?
Really using the charts, you know. So it's like quite often I'll have a stock that I've read about, researched. You know, I've been stalking it. I am a stalker. It's really bad. I stalk stocks. So I'll have a stock. I mean, one that did this recently was Cake, Patisserie Holdings, Patisserie Valerie Cake.
Oh yeah.
I wrote a really detailed blog about it on my website, and people loved the blog because it was like so detailed. And I did it detailed deliberately because obviously people like it on the website, but also because it helps me analyze the company. It forces me to do it because I have a section on directors, a section on risk, a section on valuation. It forces me to do that analysis. It's like a real structure to my research. And I really liked Cake. I knew it was a good company. I'd done the research, but I didn't buy it for weeks and weeks after I did the blog. And I was just waiting. I was stalking it. And I can't quite remember what happened, but I think what finally did it was I saw they had results coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks' time or something. I thought, right, it's often good to buy a stock a few weeks before the results if you think the results are going to be good and if it's a good company. So I was sort of like, right, I'm getting near when I should buy it. And then I was just like watching the chart and stuff. And I think it did one of them things where it like went down and down, did a hammer or something. I thought, right, I'm going to take a position now. So I took an initial position. I don't think I've added to the position yet, but I bought quite a lot. I bought 2% of the portfolio. So I bought quite a bit for the first, quite often I only buy 1% or whatever, you know, but I went in reasonably meaty.
How do you scale into positions?
That's that thing really about, you know, I tend to probably add a couple of times. So I'll buy, say, a 2% position first off. Then when there's a breakout or some kind of significant move or something that's happening, it just makes me think, right, I need to buy more. I'll buy another %. And then if it still keeps going up, and if it's still, I mean, it must, you know, whenever you add to a position, it still must stack up on valuation. It's no good buying a share at £1. It runs up to £5 and you've made a fortune. If you're going to buy some more, well, you're too late. You should have been, you know, when it was £1, you should have been buying a load more at 125, a load more at 150, really building up your position then to really maximise when it goes up. You know, so the valuation must still stack up. I mean, you know, it's theoretically possible. You could buy a share at £1, it could go to a £5. It could still be good value, you know, but you've got to check that valuation and understand how it's looking.
So then finally, as we've done like entry and scaling, what about exiting? How do you decide when to leave? What time do you decide to do that?
Partly dictated by the position size. So like I say, I tend to have a maximum position size of about 6%. On a smaller company, I might not want it to go over 4% or 5%. So it's almost like a sort of like, it's driven by my portfolio. It grows and grows and grows. It's like, right, it's got to be chopped now because it's becoming dangerous. So that drives part of that. In terms of selling the position completely, like SafeStyle the other day, it did a profit warning, I got out of it. You know, it was an easy decision. I had a big profit in it, a nice profit cushion, easy decision. But I mean, something that I've really started to do more in recent years, I think the biggest error, you know, apart from in the early days buying trash, the biggest error I have made consistently over my investing career, the biggest error I've made is to sell too early. So many stocks I look back on, you know, they're now 25 quid. I sold them at £3 thinking I was a genius because I bought it at £2.40.
It's like that chap that had Apple stocks that he sold for like 800 quid or something and now would be worth 5 million.
It's exactly it. It's exactly it. It's like, you know, it's like everybody dreams of having a multi-bagger. You know, we want to make 5 times our money, 6 times our money. You're never going to make 5 or 6 times your money if you're selling every time you're 40% up. It's not going to happen.